Today is Tuesday, January 27th, and you're listening to the Beer Temple Podcast.
Remember, this is what we wanted. Remember, this is what we said. To never be heard or seen from again. Remember, this is what we wanted. Remember, this is what we said. To never be heard or seen from again.
Hello, and welcome to the Beer Temple Podcast. I'm your co-host, Mike Shalal from Is Was Brewing, and I'm here with your other co-host, Chris Quinn of the Beer Temple. Chris, how are you?
What's up, man? You were muted for literally, a solid 60 seconds, and you had to wait until you were unmuted to clear your throat.
Yeah, well, if I cleared my throat in the first 3 seconds, it would have cleared it again, you know? I wanted to be efficient about it.
I'm well. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yesterday was your birthday officially?
Yesterday was my birthday.
Got it.
Turned 37.
Wow.
Yeah.
So much older than you. I didn't realize how much older I was. Because I feel so young.
It's yeah, that's what I definitely. I almost fell on the treadmill yesterday, but that wasn't age related. That was something else.
Okay. Yeah. So it's just you and I, and we've already told everybody what our favorite beers and stuff for the year were, and then we've also had our spirit animals embody us and say what they predict for the future.
Yeah.
So now there's nothing left for us to talk about.
It's a very weird physical sensation. It's cold.
Yes.
Almost as cold as Jake's takes were on this.
Yeah. I'm a little worried about
I wonder
him.
if it's just like heating costs, because all the data centers, it's like too expensive for him to heat the takes up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I thought they were kind of like self-heating. It was some sort of like fusion was happening.
Oh, the takes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
or
thought you were talking about data centers.
No.
They
the
heat.
takes. I thought that they generated their own takes.
You would think so, but...
Although we did have to get a flame going to summon him.
That's right.
How about, speaking of which, how are my eyebrows still remotely normal looking?
Yeah, they're fine. They look great. They look great.
Not very convincing. So anyway, hopefully those are good. Speaking of Jake, I'm drinking one of his beers right now. I had it right before we were picking beers, and I saw one in the shop. It was sitting in our chiller. Somebody else was chilling it to drink, and I took it.
Perks of being the boss.
And I said, well, yoink.
I'm
taking this.
And that beer is?
It's called Shaker, and it's named after a shaker pint, and it's labeled as a 90s style brew pub amber.
The classic style, the BJCP style.
Which is funny. Maybe they are. Maybe these old, lame styles are back. Yeah.
Well, you had a party here on Saturday.
Yeah. How about Saturday? So you should talk about that for a little bit.
It was slammed.
Yeah. So it was for Supermoon's launch.
Mm-hmm. Our roommate. Our roommate.
Oh. What does that mean?
They contract some beer out of our brewery.
Oh, got it.
Or they
having some of that shaker right now.
Yeah. Rob comes up and makes some beer out of our space.
Yeah, he's been on the show, friend of the show, friend of the pod. And I think some of it was definitely that. People were excited for it. I no shade on Supermoon, but I don't think all of it was that. And we were so busy.
Yeah.
I mean, at 4:30, I got a text from a friend saying that they had to wait 10 minutes to get a table here, which is not typical for here.
At 4:30 on Saturday.
Yeah, when it's 0 degrees out.
Yeah.
On a January.
If it's any consolation to you, we probably had our worst weekend since we opened. this weekend. So
Well, that's what I wanted to say.
everyone
Like,
was supposed to be at our
what?
tap room came here.
Someone told me that Dovetail was pretty busy that night. I don't know.
Oh, they had their like smoked beer thing.
Got it. People were walking in being like, what the hell's going on? And our response was, we don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? So I don't know why we were so busy.
Hot dog pizza.
We had a hot dog pizza, which you tried.
I did try it. They gave me some to take home too, and despite us saying no, we have way too much food from
we don't.
dinner.
They just gave it to us.
Went out to dinner for my birthday, and we had many leftovers.
Where'd you go?
Les Bouchons.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. It's always nice.
Except I messed up, and the beer we make for them isn't ready, so I couldn't even have the beer I make for them.
Oh, well. You'll have it eventually, I'm sure. I'm sure you'll get to taste it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get to taste the beer at some point.
So, yeah, we're trying to figure out why we were so busy. But I'm not entirely sure. We did have we had a party in this back room where we're recording now. So that was definitely part of it.
That wasn't related to Supermoon.
No.
Huh.
But that was early. That was supposed to be like 5 to 7 or something like that. And they stuck around for a little while. I think part of it was, I think it was a few things. Because if we were able to just figure it out, we would obviously just make sure we did that all the time.
Right.
But whatever it is, and I'm curious if you've ever felt this as well, there seems to be like a tipping point as far as how full a bar is, where once it reaches that tipping point, it almost gets like busier. So
It's exponential.
yeah, and that I would say that's probably about 70% capacity, 65% capacity, and I think my theory is when people come and it's 70 or more percent full, that they feel like that's the place to be, rather than getting a beer and going somewhere else.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they stick around longer.
Totally.
So they stay longer. So then, as more people come in, the turnover isn't as fast,
Right.
And it gets busier and busier.
And then there's just the fact that there's so many people in there that service is unfortunately necessarily a little bit slower. So it takes everyone longer, so it just compounds. And so the normal crowd you would have on top of the party crowd then turns into a bigger crowd, that turns into a bigger crowd, and then people don't leave because they're like, well, we should have one more here. And we've definitely seen stuff like that when we have
Yeah,
specific events or something.
yeah. So it's a very interesting phenomenon. I remember when we visited your place on a couple Mondays ago,
Oh, yeah.
and we were in the back. You were kind of showing everyone here around. That was cool. Thank you, by the way, for
You're
allowing
welcome.
us,
My
the staff of the Beer
pleasure.
Temple, to come to your place. And then I went out to the front, and then I came back as you were kind of coming around, and I was like, you're busy. And you're like, oh, okay. And then you looked, and you're like, oh, we're like slammed busy on a Monday.
Well,
What was up with that?
so there were two things going on there. One where we had started this free ski Mondays, where like if every draft beer you buy, we give you $1 bill to play skee ball with. But the bigger one was that there is a local restaurant that was having their holiday party that they gave us the wrong date for.
Oh.
And then just showed up because we weren't charging them a room rental fee or anything. We're just like, yeah, we'll save you some space, give you some space to do your holiday gift exchange and
Got
stuff.
it.
And so that was like 30 people from a neighborhood restaurant in Andersonville.
Probably would have been nice to have a second person there. Well, you became the
I
second
was,
person.
yeah. I didn't have to stay too long. Once I got under control, I was able to go home, but I was there and later than I would normally be there for sure. Bar backing. I'm always the bar back. If I'm trying to take orders and pour beers, we're we're screwed.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
same
know?
here.
It's like if it's a couple people, I can handle it. But if it's busy and then they're like, Mike, you guys, I'm like, no, I'll wash the glassware while you guys do your thing. Because
You want something that I've found is good when it's like busy and you're just not going to be as effective a bartender as other people. What you can do is if there's like regulars or people like at the back of the bar or something, you can like go around and check on them. And if they need a beer but don't want to stand in the line,
yeah,
you can offer to get them a beer if they have a tab, and then you can just go add their tab and kind of do table service for them.
Sure.
And then they feel like, kind of a VIP
Kings.
treatment. Like you realize that like, hey, thanks for being a regular. Let me go kind of jump you in front of the line and grab this for you.
sure.
That works. That's my little
Yeah.
tip.
We-
It works well.
That is a good tip. I think there's also like we don't ever staff bar backs. So like when it's busy like that, the thing that needs to get done most is washing dishes.
Yeah.
So 99% of the time you can run our bar with not 99, but like 90% of the time you can run our bar with one person.
Yeah.
And then 10% of the time you need two, and then or 9% of the time you need two, and 1% of the time I'm bar backing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's what happened to us New Year's Eve. Just was crazy busy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
It's crazy busy. So,
Yeah. Yeah, we were busy here apparently too, but I wasn't here. I was in Philadelphia.
It's been interesting to watch trends. Like halfway through January, we were up like 40%, and then compared to previous January, and then we probably had two of the worst weekends we've ever had, and so we're still up quite a bit compared to last January. But it's not like I was like, "Dang, we're doing good," and then
I think a lot of people I've heard have said that they're up January's.
Yeah, but then like we had that
Why is
terrible
that?
spell of weather, and no one.
Yeah.
Why is it? I don't know. I don't have any idea.
We were solid through that terrible span of weather.
Yeah, we were not.
Well, we've talked about this on the air and off air, how we kind of have opposite, like.
Yeah. The reason our January is so good, we've had a couple weekends that were like, whoa, those were just like summer weekends, and a couple that were like the worst weekends we've ever had. But for the most part, our weekdays have not fallen off at all.
And ours are, like, often dead.
Yeah.
In January they have been, and then the weekends have been busy.
Yeah, we've had some weekdays that are like way busier than usual. We also like compared it, if we're comparing month to month over last year, we weren't open on Mondays at all last year. So that's that's helping that overall number too. But when I'm saying like we were up 40%, that's not including the fact that we weren't even open on Mondays.
Well, there's a little bit of news we're going to get into. We're going to guess some beers, and then we're going to talk. This is kind of in line for those of you who are listening. Thank you for listening. And we'll get into kind of what our plans are for the year and where we think like the beer drinking public is, what we're planning on for the beer drinking public to be, and what they're going to be like. Not quite like staring into the future about like, will the 90s style amber ale be the hot style of 2026? Not quite that, but like what we're all planning on.
Yeah, and like more specific to our businesses than just general trends in the industry.
Yes. Shaker is good beer.
Mm-hmm.
Does it taste like I remember? Let me have
Does it
another
taste
sip.
like the 90s?
I wasn't really drinking in the 90s. I'm pretty sure. Well, that's not true. I guess I was drinking in the very late 90s. Wait, when did I turn 21? Okay. Yeah, I turned 21 in the 90s.
Something years ago.
I turned 21 in the 90s, dude. Yeah, you
I
laugh.
turned 21 yesterday.
Yeah. In the late 90s, but it was still the 90s. That's messed up. So I guess I was drinking this in the 90s. And yeah, I guess it tastes like that. But it does remind me of a beer. We talk about beers that we've had recently. And I think, you're not going to be surprised by the one I'm going to choose. It's one of the Supermoon beers.
Yeah.
Called Yesteryear.
Years with an S.
Yesteryears. Sorry, Dad.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to Rob.
I had it. It was the first beer that I had during the event. It was well into the event.
Yeah.
I mean, like hours into the event. And it was a red rye IPA. And I asked Rob about it, the owner, Supermoon, friend of the pod, your roommate.
We have a lost episode with him.
He was on the lost episode?
Well, I recorded a one-on-one episode with him that was like two and a half
episodes. Do we?
It's like a 2.5 hour episode like I don't know what happened. Like I think the card got reformatted or something, but it never came out. And I was like, yeah, it came out because I don't.
And it never did.
I just I don't remember when it came out. And I looked back and I'm like, no, it never came out. So
oh no,
we'll have to re-record that. It was a beer that changed my life with Rob.
So that means we have at least 4 lost episodes.
The beer that changed his life. Maybe I saved him from himself because he said it was 450 North was the beer that changed his life.
Oh,
yeah,
that's good. Mm-hmm. Which one? Like the apple cider donut IPA slushy one?
Yep, it was exactly that one actually.
Wow.
He said that inspired Yesteryears.
He said that.
Yeah.
What did you?
It's a clone. He bought a
Oh.
clone recipe, and then he said, "I really effed
with
it
malt
up."
extract.
Yeah. Yep.
And when was this interview?
Like a year ago.
Oh, he was making that beer back then. Yesteryears.
Yeah, it was a couple years. YIERS.
Oh.
No, we recorded it in our tap room, so on a Monday or something.
Got it.
But I don't know.
So
what
I had
happened
the
to it.
beer.
Yeah.
I asked them. It was a rye red IPA, and I tasted it, and my God, I had forgotten what those beers tasted like, but it was like drinking a time capsule more than I can, I think, ever remember from like a drinking an old style, like what it used to taste like. Like I can't obviously know what those beers actually tasted like back then, but as I was drinking it then, it tasted exactly like I remembered them. And Rob was here for the event, and I said, "Yo, what's like that red rye?" He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Tastes like 2014." I was like, "Absolutely, that's like perfect."
2 years before the downfall of craft beer.
Right, exactly. It's a harbinger.
Yeah.
It's the herald of the downfall. But it was crazy. And then I had a few other people who drank it, and one of them was a middle-aged guy like myself, home brewer, been drinking beer a long time. And he had like all, and I told him, I was like, dude, when's the last time you had like a hoppy red? It's like just like, I was like listing, some old ones, and he drank it and was like, and then
It's like the flagship of every brewery that got bought out by a
Right.
larger brewery, and they made it paler and less hoppy.
well,
Killed
and then I
and
saw
replaced
somebody
it
else
with-
like later. I didn't talk to him about it, and I saw somebody else. I was like, oh, he was like, yeah, the Supermoon's on, and I was telling this guy about it, and I was kind of saying the red dry, and I was like, dude, it's like going back in time. He's like, yeah, there was a guy at the bar he recommended to me. He said that, and I was like, yeah, it's exactly like you think it will taste like. He's like, that's what he said.
Was this just a time loop that you had created, where it's just you from 20 minutes
Right.
ago telling the same?
No,
guy?
it was the other guy that I had, but he was saying the exact same things, and
Yeah.
it was very funny. So then, yesterday I did a little video about it on Instagram, and it's gotten a lot of got a big response for us anyway.
Traction.
It's got a lot of traction.
Motion, as the kids say.
Is that what it is? It's got motion.
They might not even be saying that anymore.
Got it. It's got it's cooking. That's what my kids
you don't
would
want to
say.
be cooked.
You don't want to be cooked. You want to be cooking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wo-
And then if you're I kind of I served, and that means you didn't do well.
Really? I thought serving is good.
No, maybe I'm getting that one wrong. Definitely, I was cooking, and then I'm cooked is bad.
Being served was bad around the time.
You got served.
Yeah, you don't want that. But I think serving is good.
It's something like that. I was kind of somethinging, and that means it's bad. I forget. It's my kid talk. I don't really know.
They won't even remember in a couple weeks.
Probably not.
Language moves fast, man.
Yep. So that was the beer that I had. That was memorable. And, man, I mean, we have, like, breweries reaching out being like, wow, I forgot about them. Maybe we'll make one. Who knows if they ever will, but it would be funny if someone decides to make it based off an Instagram video about them.
They'll all make one, and then they'll have it for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that becomes the domain of, like, the pretty small brewer.
Oh,
right, where
yeah.
like it used to be founder's flagship beer kind of thing, and then it's like a niche, somewhat novelty compared to like the flavor profiles of craft beer right now. That a small brewer that makes 15 barrels of it can find an audience for, but once you try to make like even like 60 barrels of it, then maybe you're not
maybe
going to
not.
find
Yeah.
that audience. But
yeah,
like,
it was interesting.
And beers like that coming and going away at least a few times before they like, all right, well, we'll have it available for you regularly, is good. Like that's what it used to happen, right? There used to be legitimate demand for things, and you would see, well, we made this and it flew. We weren't expecting it. Oh, maybe we should make it again.
It cooked.
Yeah, it cooked. I don't think the people that were drinking that in 2014 were saying it cooked.
You never know. Maybe they were.
It was on fleek then. That was it. On photon.
Yeah, I don't know what they would have said back then. This beer's cool beans.
What year did you turn 21?
Right.
I have a beer I'm looking forward to having. It's a beer that I've had a lot, but I'm very excited for it. I have a friend who's moved to Los Angeles and asked if I could ship him a case of our beer, and I did, and then I'm like, but you have to send me some beer back. And he's like, okay, what do you want? And I was like, there's this little place called Highland Park, and I need you to bring this box I sent you and fill it with as many Timbos as you can fit in there. And so I'm just excited to have like 24 Timbos and just not treat them like they're, precious little gems, and just have them
just
with
crush 'em.
the band. And
They made the way they're meant to be.
that's right.
Had.
I also had a couple of the Goat beers this weekend. Serge brought us some Fatheads.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Had a couple of those.
I'm trying to find. I thought I had a picture of one of the kegs that I'm looking forward to. One of the casks, I'm sorry, that I'm looking forward to having, but it might be not anywhere.
One of the casks?
Yeah, one of
Is it the brown ale conditioned on Amberanya?
No, that's coming on very soon in our tap room.
That's right.
But there's also we're having our Winterfest this weekend, and we have some beers for that one. Oh, here it is, and it's from Surly. It's extra Citra pale ale on cask that apparently the guys at Surly, like the brewers and stuff, were all absolutely freaking out over. It might be teabagged, so it might be like that's what they call it.
Sure.
And get your head out of the gutter. And
Put your balls on
yeah,
his
so they
forehead.
they teabag the bunghole. That's what they do.
Don't stoop to my level.
Well, but what I'm saying is quite literally true.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm just reacting.
So they teabag the bunghole, and then it gives it a distinct aroma.
Yeah, I bet it does.
But it's supposed to be.
It leaves an impression.
It leaves an impression, and then there is. Yeah, so we're gonna have some casks. I am looking forward to that. Trying to see what other casks we're going to have. Our cask events tend to do well. It is going to be like 20 degrees. So we're going to have Coffee Warble. Oh, we're going to have Eugene Porter on cask. That'll be pretty good. And then a Vienna Keller lager. How cold before a beer freezes in your glass, do you think? The cask won't freeze.
Depends on the ABV.
Yeah, but okay. Let's say they're all,
5
to 7.
I mean, 20's can starting it is where it starts, I think.
It's definitely going to get colder in your glass.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Like, noticeably colder.
Yeah.
Although it'll be on in a cask, so it'll be cold already. That's the other thing. It's in a cask, so it'll be outside.
Yeah, I mean, now we're just keeping the cask cold, We're
Right. I mean, normally we would bring the cask out ari probably want to bring it out right at the last moment so it just doesn't get too chilly.
That's right. This cask is too cold. Ari and I have been considering doing some ice distilling as it's be so cold for so long. Just for scientific purposes.
Yeah.
Nothing that would ever see the light of day since that's technically illegal. But,
I know.
We've got some beers that are sluggishly coming along in their conditioning process, and I'm impatient, so we might take some of them and see what happens. Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, you muted yourself. No one knew.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. Nothing happened.
Yeah. You just said the last minute.
Yeah. I hope you...
I'm sure you picked up. I'm sure that you picked up. In fact, we'll see again because it's going to happen.
I'm going to talk over it so no one can tell that you're about to sneeze. So,
Yeah. But when you talk over it and say I'm about to sneeze, then it doesn't really have the same effect.
That's a great point. I didn't think about that when I was saying you're about to sneeze.
So a beer that you're looking forward to having is
I want to have more Timbos.
Yeah. So I'll give you a little insight into something I want to talk about on my social. That's what everyone here wants to talk about. What's Chris going to talk about on the social next? Mm-hmm. But it reminds me kind of this red rye one. Is I'm going to go over. It's a little preview for the people in the know who listen here. Is what's the difference between like a modern day pale ale, an XPA, a modern session ale, a session IPA, and a West Coast Pilsner? The answer is nothing. They're all the same style of beer.
I mean, well, there are prescribed differences. Now, things
sure, an
get blurred
XPA
around.
should have New Zealand hops in it.
A West Coast Pils should be made with lager yeast.
Yep.
But the function they serve
and the flavor profile to a very large degree.
Yeah, totally. Well, I think isn't the session IPA supposed to be lower ABV than a traditional pale ale or any of those other beers? Well, the XPA can be like sub 4, right?
Yeah, 5, maybe sub 4 for an XPA. I guess it could be.
They're just smearing everything up, put Vaseline on the lens of all sorts of styles.
Yep.
Making them all look better.
Yep. So there's picking a name and going for it. Because I don't think a West Coast Pilsner needs to be a lager. And I don't think a pale ale can be a lager because Timbo's the best one there is.
Right, but that's a West Coast Pils.
Right. So then why can't a pale ale be a West Coast Pils?
I think the biggest overlap in that Venn diagram certainly is West Coast Pils and pale ale.
Yeah, well, an XPA. XPA is a type of pale ale.
Yeah, but it's extra.
Extra what? Extra the same?
Yeah. It's a very confusing, because like everything in beer is always about amping things up. I think we've had this discussion on this podcast before, but everything's always like double, imperial. All these things mean more, and double dry hopping.
If Timbo is a pale ale, and it's in a way very hard to argue, as crazy as it is, and the fact that it's a lager, it's insanely hard to argue that it isn't a pale ale.
It's a lager, but it's not lagered. Like it's not like a 2-month beer.
I mean, they submitted it as a pale ale, and it won as a pale ale at
Right.
GABF.
Yeah.
So it's hard to argue other than the fact that it uses lager yeast, which I guess you can argue both of them very well.
Yeah, well, that's when is style prescriptive or descriptive, right?
Right.
And like is describing something describing the process, or is it describing the outcome?
So if you were to just describe the flavors and kind of the occasion for all those beers, you would basically describe them the same.
Yeah.
If you took out things like uses lager yeast or uses New Zealand hops, except for like those things, everything else would pretty much be the same.
If you gave any of them to me blind and told me like this is this style, I would be like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the one thing is like New Zealand hops are pretty specific, so I'd be like, huh, weird. But like, I wouldn't be able to smell like, oh, this was made with lager yeast or this was made with ale yeast, for the most part.
Yeah. I mean,
some people smell Dunkelweiss and think it's an English beer.
Sure.
Wasn't that what you?
Yes. That's what I did. We'll see how you do in a moment. We're going to do that in a moment. At first, I thought it was a Belgian.
Belgian.
It was a Belgian.
It's hard, people.
Well, I mean, banana-y esters,
Yeah.
That I'll give myself.
Yeah.
Then saying, well, man, I guess English? That was a fail. Mm-hmm. Then I said American.
Which makes sense, right?
Right.
Because that could be someone duping that style. Because like those countries don't really recreate each other's styles of beer, and if they do, they certainly don't call it that. They like, no, this is our own thing. We made this up.
And then my third choice was a botch. But
What was
then
the third one?
England.
Right.
But then I was like, oh. Then it came to me. I was like, oh no, this is what this style is. I understand.
I mean, it could have been that banana bread beer. Those like Dunkelweizen and that banana bread beer are not that far off.
Could have been.
Wasn't, embarrassingly for you, but
True. So what I'm saying is English beer and German Dunkelweizen are the same style.
that's what we've been saying the whole time. If
But
there's
let's
anything this podcast is about, it's that.
So, like, at the end of the day, is all that other... Is it all just BS? Is, like, calling something a West Coast Pils... Is it... I guess it's just marketing, and they're going for what they think is going to sound coolest.
It's the way... I mean, but there is something descriptive about a West Coast Pils that makes that beer taste better. Right? I'll argue that like the way that sounds, it delivers, but it also, like, delights, which is, like, the dream of, like, when you put a style on something that delivers that and also then, like, subverts it in some way that's delightful.
Have you had Sierra Nevada Spring Fest?
I did, but it was on Saturday, and I don't remember it.
I mean...
I remember having it. I can't describe it.
In my mind, it could easily be a West Coast Pils. They're calling it just IPA. It's a 6% IPA.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I remember of it. I don't remember anything specific about it, but being like, this is good.
Super
It's
clear.
also fucking January.
Light.
So chill out, Ron.
6%. Very hoppy. Reminds me of like XBA, West Coast Pils. Maybe with some different hop varietals and stuff like that. But if someone said no, I'm going to make some stuff up. Like that's not Strata, that's Motueka, or that's not Crush, that's Motueka. Like I wouldn't know,
right? Or that's not a West Coast Pils. That's a cold IPA. I remember having that conversation.
Right.
It's like, I think we're losing the forest for the trees here.
Over, man.
Over.
It's over.
You know what's over is that that GIF. We're bringing it back.
Yeah. It's good.
It is good.
It's a good one. I'm bringing it back. So, yeah, that's going to be the next thing is like styles like that. I don't think really mean anything. I mean, I think historically these styles were, derived from either their historical styles from the countries of where they were created, or they were derivative of those styles. American Amber, American Brown Ale, American Pale Ale,
Just been up.
IPA.
I mean, I think the vast majority of time that beers have been called styles, it has been a marketing term. There was a period in American brewing where they, based out of home brewing, where they were descriptive for competition, but the idea of categorizing beers from a brewery's perspective has always been marketing. Like, and porter, like stout. The difference between those is like whatever. But it was like ours is different than theirs. Ours has evolved from theirs. So I don't know. I think there's like, as a maker of those things, I've never really found them useful.
Well, now I think there used to be
until it's to describe what it is.
They're descriptive, I guess, or they just were the styles that they were, like Saison,
Right.
for example.
It's like a
That's not a
family,
marketing term. You know,
Yeah.
that was just what they came around and were called. And then now you have like then the derivative ones, which is like this is an American pale ale, not just because a pale ale was a bitter essentially.
Yeah.
But now you have things that are derivative of those derivatives, and now some of those to me are just like kind of they're not as descriptive, I think, is what I'm saying for some of these. Like I thought like XPA, I was like, oh man, this is going to be like a new style, and what I realized was that
No one has space in their brain.
Matt Brynelson is just an insanely awesome brewer.
Oh.
It's like I don't love all XPAs. I love that
one.
XPA. That beer is amazing, and it was the first XPA I'd ever had.
Yeah.
And I stand by how amazing that beer is. But
And we're in a different time now where not everyone is jumping on every trend like that. So you're going to get less of these versions of things, right? Which I think is good.
Well, it doesn't happen as
and
rapidly, too. Like it seems like so many people are making XPAs now. Tons of people I've seen in the past just several months make XPAs, but I feel like at its worst, at its nadir, that it was like okay, you could tell when the run was coming, and it would be they're all making this, and then a couple months they were all making that, and now it's at least a little bit of like, yeah, we're gonna make a West Coast Pils, yeah, we're gonna make a XPA, yeah, but we don't need to make one now because it's gonna be remember because everyone thought it was gonna be, I don't want to miss out, on it, so I have to make this. Whatever stuff. That's what Brute IPA was.
I think there was also more consumer energy and desire for new things in that way than there is now too, right? Where like
that's true.
That's what I think drove a lot of that. Now, like I don't know if anyone thought they were going to miss out on making hazy IPA, but it was like we're going to miss out on the what people want to drink 2 months from now, and also like we want to make it too and see what we can do. I think that was like a big part of it.
Maybe.
From the homebrew culture of like the breweries that opened from like 2012 to 2016. But I think there's a lot less of that. We're all like grizzled veterans, and I was like, I don't like that. Like, I don't know what that is, or I don't know how to make that well. And making a bad version of something is death. Like, what it meant then was like it sold a little bit slower, but you still sold all of it. Now, if you make a bad version of like an XPA, it's like I'm just like, no thanks. And so it just dies.
Well, I feel like even Czech Dark Lager,
Shelf turds,
like
they're
everybody
back.
made them. Like there was a season where everybody was making a Czech Dark Lager. It seemed, not everybody, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
like everyone, and I don't feel like we're getting that with some of these styles that have come around since then, like the XPA, the West Coast Pils. Even like an Italian Pilsner. Like there was this rush to make Italian Pilsners.
I think there's also breweries have either defined themselves or understood what people want from them and settled into personalities more than there was then. Like as far
why though? Like why? I think some of those breweries lost their personality and are regaining them.
Well, right. Like the people now have like the breweries have like more distinct things they do and don't do compared to like 2014, where it was like we make the juice and whatever's we're gonna make, and maybe I mean we all just became replicators,
and I'm talking about
well-intentioned.
22. I'm talking about 2014. I'm talking about when there was a time where everyone was so reactive and brewing out
2022,
2020, maybe 2020,
like during the pandemic,
or 2019. I don't know. The pandemic time.
I think this is
messes
earlier
me
than
up.
I think it's earlier than you think it is. Like 2016 to 2018, I think is the peak of that.
Really?
And maybe it got really bloated 2018 to like 2020, and then things like post-pandemic, it's very different.
Okay, maybe. Sorry, then maybe it was.
But I could be wrong.
2019.
I could be wrong. I also like I kind of left the game in 2019. Like I kind of like walked out of that world. So my understanding of the peak of it is probably wrong.
Okay, maybe it was 2018, 2019. Yeah.
You were probably right. But like,
Well, no, I said 2022.
But
so I wasn't right.
but the Brewed IPA, that was like 2016.
Okay.
Maybe 2018. Someone
Was it? Yeah.
chat. Tell us.
Yeah.
Chat. When was the Brewed IPA popular?
Right.
But that was also that was the one that I think where a lot of brewers learned, like, okay, maybe some of these versions of this are good. We didn't make a good one. We didn't make it how it's supposed to be made. We just heard you put enzymes in there and it's good.
Right.
That's
There's
not
also
what
yeah. Anyway, I'm glad it's not like that.
And I think as breweries, as an industry, burned people out on new things. Like it was a self-implosive or explosive feedback loop of breweries thinking people want new stuff all the time, people drinking the new stuff, and then being like, well, that wasn't as good as the thing that you actually make real good. So,
Sure. Yeah, and I think people have gotten a little bit away from the new, so they can kind of like decide what they want to do. It isn't this like just crazed rush to make 100 beers this year, and for every brewery, some breweries still want to do that.
yeah. Well, I think a lot of the consumers aren't just like, I want to try your experiments. That was part of the fun. It was like, no one's ever done this before. And now it's just like, no one's ever done this before. Probably like, and all the shit that breweries have done in the past, if no one's done this, probably a mistake.
Right, and just simply combining hops differently doesn't usually work. Sometimes it does. Here, I want to talk a little bit about coming and going, but there is a beer that I'm excited to have again in the future, and that's Outnumbered by Animals is coming back.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah.
For your another anniversary or what?
They're
make
doing
another
a
one?
second rebrew. So they, Beechwood and Beer Temple collaborated for our 10th anniversary. Jude from Hop Butcher helped with the recipe design, and it was a Nelson IPA.
A little bit of mosaic in there.
No, a little bit of and this was Jude. A little bit of like he's like I bet you a little bit of like HPC, like 286 would be good in there. And then Julian from Beechwood was like, yeah, I think it will be. That has turned into Crush.
Wow, look at you guys.
Yeah, so we had Crush before it was Crush, baby.
There you go.
And
who says you don't like new things, Chris?
I know.
You're gonna get some cask of that.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be getting cask.
Did they add any more crystal malt to it then?
I think if anything, they've lightened their malts.
Yeah.
But the what was I going to say? Oh, so they rebrewed it. Didn't tell us. I saw it somewhere, or somebody sent it to me and was like, "What's this?" I reached out to them and was like, "What's this?" And they're like, "Oh, I know. We didn't have, we couldn't get it shipped out to you." And they sent me a box with like a couple 4-packs in there. I was like, "Okay, use the same label, which has my friggin' face on it."
That's probably why it sold so well.
Right. Well, it has a reasonable likeness of my face, I'll say.
So you sued them?
I sued them, and now I own Beechwood.
That's sick.
Yeah, with 2 C's.
So sick.
2 HBCs. But
That
so they're
crushes.
doing a second rebrew, so a third brew overall. So I guess people liked the beer, which is cool.
It's a really good beer.
And I said, well, this time that ain't happening.
Gimme.
Yeah, so we're going to get a big drop of it, so we'll be getting that information about that soon. So I am legitimately excited to have that one back in. I think we're going to do a pre-order of it, too, because
Nice.
I think some people will be excited to have that one back.
For
those
sure.
those who remember.
I'm going to buy some.
Yeah. And we'll have it on draft and all that stuff. So that was another beer that I'm looking forward to. And what? Oh, yeah, comings and goings. So friend of the pod, Gary, who always used to like how I would say his name, Gary, whatever.
Gary.
Of Alarmist announced that they are closing.
Yeah.
And real bummer. You reminded me right before the show when he was on. Was kind of a big day for them, right?
Yeah, right. I think right before they were on your show, they won the first ever hazy IPA gold medal at GABF.
Yep. Like literally right
Like
before.
literally the first time, and literally I think they got the call, or they found out seconds before they came on your podcast, and they still went on your podcast.
That's true. That's crazy.
I would have started burning stuff.
throwing sofas off roofs and stuff out of windows.
Nah, this isn't like the Eagles winning the Super Bowl or nothing.
Yeah. Bummer. Yeah. The landlord who owns the building reached out to me because I've talked to him for other reasons, and was like, "Do you want it? Do you want to tour it?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's not really my thing." It's like, "Would you know anyone?" And what I wrote him back was, if I were you, I would try to get that space filled soon because I think there's going to be more.
Right.
That's what I told him
Yeah.
in the area.
Yeah.
So, just hearing what some people are saying, I think I'm pretty confident there will be more coming. In 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, stakes is high, as De La Soul said.
Yeah, there certainly are. Like there's ones that we don't hear about for sure. Like I'm still on the Craft Brewers Guild listserv for who knows how long, and there's been multiple people just emailing that, like, "Hey, we're selling our brewery." It's like, I don't know if you're selling your brewery.
Well, they have to try.
Right. No, totally. But I just don't know who's buying brands like that.
I was talking to somebody who, I forget what brewery he was talking about, but he was talking to them or was there when they were decommissioning their brewery because no one bought it and they were trying to auction it and stuff like that.
Where?
I forget
Oh,
the brewery.
yeah.
And he said they were essentially just throwing it out. The brew system and stuff like that. I'm sure it was getting scrapped.
I know what you're talking about.
But you do know the place?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was they just could not sell it, and then it just got scrapped. The brew system, not just vessels and stuff.
Well, there's an uncanny valley of sizes of brew systems that are more expensive to ship than they are worth buying. And that I think the place that you're talking about is Empirical.
Yeah, I
where
think it was.
They had a 4-vessel, 40-barrel brew house that they hadn't really turned
Big.
It was very big. That they hadn't turned on in a couple of years. So you would go and look at it and you're like, oh geez, and then I think they essentially ended up giving it away more or less because the shipping on it was as much as it was valued at. Mm-hmm. And that's probably not a unique story. I have a friend that hit me up. He was moving back into the country and was like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna there's a lot of cheap equipment out there. I think I'm gonna start, buying and selling used equipment. And I was like, don't do that.
You can buy it.
Yeah, I was like, don't do that. That's just like hopping on the Titanic.
Yeah.
It just keeps getting cheaper and cheaper. Like we're getting a Maheen, a classic craft beer bottling line.
Yeah.
From a brewery that's just giving it to us, and it's beat up. Like they've harvested a bunch of parts off of it. We're going to have to spend some money to get it back up in working order. But there's another one that's very similar where I'm like, we're looking at buying new parts to for the side runners and the fill tubes and all this stuff. And I found this other one, and I'm like, it's gonna be cheaper to buy this other Maheen and use it as like a parts car. Just like especially for the state of bottling, like small scale bottling lines right now. It's just like we're gonna just probably end up buying that thing and scavenging the parts off of that, because there's certain things you can't change. Like bottle width is very important for those machines, and bottle height is not as important. So we're buying one that has the correct bottle width that needs more work, and then buying the one that has bottle height that
right, that you can scavenge.
That you get, and just scavenge all the parts off of it. But the picture of this.
What about
crazy.
the foil label topper? Does it come with that?
It could, maybe. We'll find out.
Yeah, man.
It's really hard finding a Maheen set up for those lava lamp bottles,
Oh,
But we figured it out.
Figure it out.
Yeah, we got
Because
it.
that's what they used to package those on.
A
right?
Maheen, yeah.
Yeah,
A 6-head Maheen.
a 6-head Maheen.
So like a big one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The old Michelob bottles.
Yeah, exactly.
The swooping bottles. Those were done on a six-head Maheen.
6-head, 12-ounce Maheen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds about right.
Those things used to go. There was a period of time where they would sell for more than they were new because you didn't have to wait for them.
Wow,
Think about that.
crazy.
That was 2016 and 2018, baby.
Wow, that means you could just buy one if you timed it right, and as soon as you got it, sell it
Yep.
and just turn a profit.
Yep. For bombers, if they're set up for bombers, that's the good stuff.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah. But yeah, it's
So
sad.
sad news, man.
Sad news.
About alarmists.
I think there's, depending on when this goes out, they're still open for like a couple more, like a week or so, maybe 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So go in there and finish up all the beer they've got.
yeah. This is kind of a morbid thing. I was trying to think about how many breweries, like employees or owners or something, how we had on that don't exist anymore. Metro, for sure. Alarmist, Gary was on.
Low res.
Yeah, but he came on
Afterwards, yeah.
so I won't necessarily count him.
Yeah.
Brian Kirby from Heartland. We had, we also, didn't we have Aaron from the other distributor here that was here for a while? I forget what they're called.
Oh, yeah. Aaron
Oath?
Tyrell from Oath. Oath still exists, just not here.
It's not here,
Oath is in Michigan still, I
but
think.
they went out of business here.
Yep.
There is Lagunitas in Chicago, in Illinois. It's just gone.
Yep. Many alumni. I don't know if we ever had a rep. Oh, we had Tony McGee on.
Get Tony McGee on. Yeah. Ballast Point.
Did we have anyone from Ballast Point on?
Yes, we did. Yeah, he was on. One of the brewers from there was on. I don't know if he might have been in the peanut gallery or just talked a little bit at the end.
Gotcha.
He was on. Yeah, I don't know. It's.
I'm sure there's more, too.
Yeah, and the sad thing is there might be more
Right.
coming, which is a bummer. Yeah, it's a bummer, man, as Big Lebowski
Yeah, it is.
put it. Why don't on that happy note? Why don't we take a break? We're gonna get some beers, and then I want you, because you were talking a whole bunch of smack Let's see how you do
Oh, no.
when you're under the gun, when you got 90 seconds.
90 seconds. I think if I had 90 minutes, I wouldn't get it right. But
Well, that's the thing about some of this guessing is the reason I wanted to do 90 seconds is because we've always internally, when we've been guessing these for however many years we've been doing it, would say to ourselves, like, okay, we have to be quick. We cannot, it might not have been 90 seconds, but it might have been like, it can't be more than like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2.5 minutes at most.
Yeah.
So it is a little different when you're like, okay, I have to do it quickly.
Yep.
So I wanted to put it on there and be like, yeah, it's like, yes, we're guessing, but we're also trying to guess fast, which
Right.
is a whole different thing. It's like speed chess.
Yep.
So you're going to play some speed chess, except it's guessing beer.
I'm going to do a great job, I'm sure.
All right, well, we'll be right back with that.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Beer Temple podcast. I'm your co-host, Mike Chalavez Brewing, with your co-host, Chris Quinn of the Beer Temple.
We've
Chris,
set the mood. It's darker.
it is darker. Vibes.
The vibes are up.
We're about to, I'm about to try to guess a beer in 90 seconds.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to try to do.
I'm going to nail it.
We have two
I
of them
think.
for you to try.
So I have to guess the country, the style,
Yes.
and then the beer.
Yeah. Do you want to get going?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. You can put your hands down.
I just want to show you I'm not touching the beer.
Yeah, you're not. You're not. So you have 90 seconds, and you're going to try to name the... I'm going to start over. You have 90 seconds. You're trying to guess the origin,
Yeah.
the country of origin, the style, and the exact beer. And you can start now.
Jesus. Is American?
It is American.
Is it a pale ale?
It is not a pale ale.
Is it an IPA?
It is not an IPA. You've plenty of time.
No, time's of the essence. Is it a lager? A pilsner? Like a hoppy pilsner?
It is.
Is this Pivo Pilsner?
It is not Pivo Pilsner.
Okay. So it's an American Pilsner.
Yeah.
Is this Victory Prima Pils?
It is not.
Is it from the West Coast? Oh, we're not allowed to do that. Just country. Oh, now I'm burning seconds.
You've got 20 seconds.
I don't think I know what this beer is.
Okay.
Is it Pipeworks Premium Pilsner?
No.
Okay. Then
You got time for another guess.
it's an American Pilsner. I don't know. Rev Pills.
Yes.
Hey! I can't. I don't remember the last time I've had this beer. It's very good. This tastes so different than this. Obviously, was a very long time ago. But when we did that like Pilsner tasting here, when I had to go to the
Yes.
hospital afterwards, and it tastes so different than that. I remember like disqualifying this as a Pilsner in that one because it was
Wow.
like there was some crazy hop character going. There was like some Skittle like hop character that I didn't think was very Pilsner-esque. But this very much a Pilsner.
There you are.
Yeah.
Well done. See? Oh, I'm going to do so bad. I'm going to do so bad.
It is definitely hoppy, and definitely like fruitier than I think a German Pilsner or something like that would be.
Sure. Well done. All right. Are you ready for the second one?
Yeah. I think it's easier to go fast, like you were saying, and to just like be able to put a couple of them out there, you know, like when it's like you have one guess, that's a little bit more nerve-wracking.
All right. So we'll do this again. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you have 90 seconds to guess the country of origin, the style, and the exact beer, if you can. And you have 90 seconds to do it, starting now.
Okay. So this is a darker beer. It's like not dark, but it's like a little more ambery. It's whoa. Way like hoppier. This is Dust.
It is not.
This is also American.
It is.
It is a pale ale.
It is.
And it is now I will flail about. It's not Sierra Nevada pale ale.
It is not.
There's not it's not an IPA, it's a pale ale.
Correct.
Okay. Not Alpha King. Is it Alpha King?
It's Alpha King.
Okay.
Hey.
Wow. I can't believe I got that. I mean, it's not that.
There you go. Well done.
Thank
Very
you.
well done.
You gave me some layups, so
And
I
you got
appreciate
it.
that.
You got it very quickly. Well done. 3 for 3.
I wasn't far off when I guessed Dust immediately. I feel like this is fruitier than I think of Alpha King as. The color, I think, was a huge giveaway. Something with that hop character, that color, there aren't many anymore. There used to be many.
Right. Right. Do you want to try to do a couple for me now?
Sure.
Okay. We'll be right back. All right.
Are you ready for yours, Chris?
Yes, I do have. I've got. You set the bar fairly high.
You gave me some layups,
Yeah.
so I appreciate that. Here is your first beer.
Okay.
And let me know when I should start the timer.
Okay. So I've got.
90 seconds on the clock. Mm-hmm. You've got to guess the region, style, and beer. The beer, not just the producer, the beer.
All right.
You
Where
ready?
do I start?
You start now.
All right. Light beer, clear, pretty darn clear. Smells like a lager. Oh. Is this the this is from Germany.
It is from Germany.
Is this from Schlenkerla? Or is this a smoked? This is a Rauch beer, a smoke beer.
It is a smoky beer, yeah.
Is this the Schlenkerla
That's not the style.
Pale. Oh, the Rauch beer, is it a pale lager?
No,
Oh, is it a Helles?
it is Helles.
Is it the Schlenkerla Helles?
It is the Schlenkerla.
All right,
Helles.
let's go. Let's see it here.
Let me pull it out.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at him do it. He did it. What a champion.
Here we go, baby.
42 or 46, 47 seconds.
Talk about a layup, though. I mean, not on the many. I mean, it could have been other beers. If it had been any other beer, it would have been very hard.
Well, it's like there. Yes, if it was an American version of like the Schlenkerla Helles, it would have been very hard. But
What a good beer.
it's a very good beer.
What a great beer.
I didn't want to like then give you something you never had before or something.
Right.
That
Well,
was,
that's
you know,
okay, too.
You know,
Okay. Awesome. That's still running. You can just keep that
Just keep
running.
that going?
So, yeah, that's fine.
all right. Well, we're gonna reset the time on the clock, and I'm gonna pull out your second beer.
Okay.
Okay. You have your second beer in front of you now.
Okay. So I've got
And-
90 seconds. I got to guess the country, the style, and the beer.
Yep.
Starting
Now.
now. All right. Pale beer. Clear. Pretty darn clear. My goodness. It smells quite different.
Maybe.
Is this beer American?
It is American, yes.
Would this beer be classified as an IPA?
It would be.
Okay. Is is this beer the Scratch Basil IPA?
Yeah, it is. You got that one even faster.
There we go. There we go.
I'll buy that one too. I know that was more expensive.
This
than the ones we were
beer,
doing
I
before.
literally knew as soon as I smelled it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that would be an immediate one or if it would take a second to be like, what the heck? But
Right.
I should have.
It could have gone both ways.
Do you want me to do one more for you? That's a little bit harder than these because you nailed that one in like 30 seconds.
Sure. Why don't you give me one more? You'll need to get another glass, but let's
Yeah,
do
I'll
it.
grab another glass.
All right, we'll be right back.
I
then.
didn't mean to make those too easy. You're just really
It's
good
okay.
at this. And
Oh, right. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, we'll be back with another.
Bye.
Okay, so we're back. We got my last one. We're ready to go. Ooh.
Got Chris's last beer
All right.
and
so,
your time.
So I've got to guess the country, the style,
The style.
and then if I can, the exact beer in 90 seconds.
90 seconds, and your 90 seconds starts now.
All right. So it's a pale amber, pretty darn clear again. Really nice foam on this beer. Oh, okay. Smells nice. Biscuity. This is a much more difficult beer. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I gave you two very unique beers before. This is a very good beer.
It's a very good beer.
Yeah.
Is this beer? Ooh. It's bitter. Is it American?
It is American.
Is it a pale ale?
No. We're just going by what it says on the beer, right? Yeah. It
Is it
not
an
a pale ale.
IPA?
It is not an IPA.
My goodness, I'm not going to get either. I only have 30 seconds left.
You're on the right track, but it is not an IPA.
Is it a double IPA?
It is a double IPA. You have 20 seconds left.
Is it Ninja versus Unicorn?
It is not Ninja versus Unicorn. 10 seconds.
Is it Arctic Panzer Wolf?
It is not Arctic Panzer Wolf. 5 seconds.
Is it? I don't know.
Todd, you're out of time. You're out of time.
Oh, I was gonna guess
It
this beer.
is
I was gonna guess this
Surly Abrasive.
one. Wow, Surly Abrasive. Wow, this is a good beer.
I haven't had one in a really long time. It was sitting there on your singles shelf, and I was like, since I just bought, I just used a $17 bottle for one of these. I'll take use a single shelf. Yeah, I'm interested to try it too, actually. But something I thought wasn't out of the possibility of you getting, but was in a genre that was much more populated than the last two, so that made it more difficult.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I thought it was a pale ale before I thought.
Well,
Double IPA.
everything's a pale ale now.
It's true.
We're
Everything
back.
is a pale ale. Oh yeah, you can stop that. Cool.
But it is a double IPA. I don't even know what is the ABV of this thing? 7 something?
I think higher.
9.2.
Yeah.
Wow. Aggressive, fruity, and bold is what it says.
It is.
You were all around it.
Yes. Yeah. What's Ninja Unicorn? Mm-hmm. Arctic Panzer, I think, is closer than maybe Ninja Unicorn would be.
That
to
is
this one.
stronger. Ninja versus Unicorn nowadays is 8.
Yeah.
But there was an era where it was 10% alcohol.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Wow. All right then.
I mean,
we
nailing
did
2
pretty
out
good.
of 3 within like 45 seconds is pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, country of origin and style is not the hardest, but hey.
No, I mean, you got 2 out of the 3 beers in
Oh.
45 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, saying that this double IPA is American is not
Yeah,
doesn't
right.
really get you any points.
Exactly.
But I was impressed with you.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
I'm glad I hit
Thanks
that
for
buzzer
playing the
beater
game.
on Rev Pills. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't know. Like, I don't know this American craft
Yeah, you hit.
Pilsner.
You hit that with like a second left.
It was a last ditch effort. It was a Hail Mary. It was a Caleb Williams.
Yes.
Yeah,
There you go.
shouldn't have been throwing that pass, but
But you did, and
got
it connected. Went into overtime.
It's so floral. I'm drinking it again now.
Yeah, it's good beer,
It's a really good beer.
and it's. I think that one's like 4 months old, so it's not like super duper fresh, but it's still perfectly good.
Yeah.
So
There was a beer that I was going to do that it wasn't, not that it wasn't fresh, but it wasn't at like this one I think was fresher. So I was like, this will be easier. This will be more true to itself. But the other one was like less than a month old. And I was like, man, maybe it was a month and a half old. And I was like, I don't know. This one, I think this will be more interesting.
got
Yeah.
Got it. Ay, well, what is there left to talk about, Mike?
Well,
Is there anything?
How have you developed your ability to do this? You're really good at it.
I don't know. I think you're as good as I am, essentially. So you just kind of taste it and guess.
Yeah.
I wish I knew. I wish on that one I would have realized it was stronger, because after
the bitterness, I think, throws it off too.
yeah, and then I sat there and it was very bitter, but the bitterness comes on later, and then
Right, but it covers up some of the alcohol.
and then
heat.
when you said it wasn't an IPA, I was like, oh, and I wasn't really thinking double IPA, but then I was like, oh, it's strong. Oh, I can taste the alcohol. It's a double IPA. And then I was the most sure when I said, I was the most sure when I said double IPA that it, like, I knew it was a double IPA when I said double IPA. I didn't know it was a pale or an IPA. I will say, I also said double IPA, having also already said IPA and pale ale.
Right,
so
sure.
there is that.
Right.
But I was like, oh, yeah, it's a double IPA.
I haven't had a Ninja versus Unicorn in a while, but this is definitely boozier.
Yeah, it's stronger for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, it's a good beer. When's the last time you just sat and drank a double IPA?
It's been a long, long time. I was just thinking, like, it's crazy that this was like the dominant style of craft beer for several years.
Yeah, double
like
IPA.
Big boozy double IPA. Like, how did we?
Way
how did-
more than
how
pale
did we
ale.
do it?
Like IPA was still probably 1,
Yeah,
but 2 was double IPA.
right. And with the hype was around for like quite a
the
while.
doubles,
Was the double IPA,
Yeah.
but it's a very good beer. I don't know how much I could drink of it. To be honest with you, I'm old.
Are you having some now?
I'm drinking it right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I mean, I could drink it.
I mean, we're gonna drink it.
Well, whoops, we have a lot to drink. We've got a basil IPA, we've got a smoked beer,
There's
we've
people
got
at the bar we can share things with.
That's true. We've got a Alpha King, a lot of beer.
Yeah.
We tore through a lot of beer, but it's okay.
Of the things that you tasted, what was your favorite?
Wow, they're very different.
Yeah, very, very different.
I am enjoying this beer that's in my glass right now.
Your glass is empty.
Oh, that was in my glass. Yeah, I mean, I would probably drink the most of that basil IPA, I think, right now, just because
Yeah.
it's lighter than all the others, and I'm a big wimp.
Sure. One thing that we had 5 beers and they were all like really, really excellent beers, and so I know that the business of craft beer right now is a little worrisome, right? We're talking about breweries probably closing more and more, but the quality of the beer right now is just incredible.
Yeah. I mean, we had every beer we had was really good.
Yeah, and I genuinely can't remember the last time. This is probably self-selecting, right? That I had a bad beer. That used to happen.
I have them.
Yeah, it happens. But like if you don't want to have a bad beer, you don't have to have a bad beer.
No, you don't.
And there was a period of time where like you would step on landmines with good intentions, and that doesn't really happen anymore.
Not nearly as much.
Yeah.
I had some beers I wasn't really loving. You have beers you don't love. I was at Fatheads. I was trying to have a whole bunch of experimental stuff, and there were some that I just wasn't like loving.
Well, but why? They just weren't your.
They just weren't like one was like an XBA. I think one was like a West Coast Pils or something like that, and it's just like it wasn't what I wanted, because what I wanted was a headhunter.
Yeah, well, that's not.
Yeah,
That's no one's fault but headhunters.
I guess.
Well, and that's more of a thing of personal preference. Like, they didn't botch the beer.
Right.
You would have some stuff back in the day where you're like,
Yeah.
I guess you had to package this, or else the SBA doesn't get its money.
Right. So I don't know how much time we probably have a little bit of time. I don't know. Do we
Give
want
as
to?
much time as we want.
That's true. Do we want to get into our whole 2026 strategy? I don't know if we're in a place to do that right now.
If you want to, we don't have to. We can do like a nice quick show. It's probably like an hour and 40 minutes or whatever.
True. Yeah, we'll probably.
What's your business wish for 2026 for the Beer Temple? We'll do one or two wishes.
My business wish for 2026. That's a good question.
That's it. Yeah.
Do you have a quick answer for yours?
No, I just.
I don't. I would say I would like to put on some sort of a cask fest this year.
Cool.
Like a little one.
Yeah.
But if we could have 8 casks or something like that on, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's another one I have too. We may be bringing on a house beer. And
Cool.
it may be on cask.
You're just gonna. Do you have 2 cask lines or just one?
Well, we have one now.
Oh, you're gonna
We
double
bring on
the
a-
amount of cask lines in
We
Chicago.
bring on a second cask line for our house beer.
That's gonna
which
really
is a-
put you in jeopardy with Steve Hamburg and the
It's
gas
true.
mark. You can't fuck this up.
and it would be very on brand with us to take something that is supposed to be a high margin, high turn type thing and put it on our probably lowest yield line just by
Oh, because you have to spun it and you lose volume, or like.
you pull a pint or 3/4 of a pint every day through it, just like in the beginning of the day. You're never going to get the
this is gonna be
absolute last tiny little bit out
If this
of
is
it.
going to be your house beer, then you have to incorporate these into the things when you're talking to the brewery about making it, and be like, "Hey, we're going to lose X amount of these things, so we can't."
Right, but then they keep like, well, why don't you just make it not a cask beer? And then you're like,
Well, you're talking to the wrong brewery then.
right, exactly. No.
They'll
So-
work with you.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
that's
So,
exciting.
Yeah, so we'll see if it happens. But those are
Is
two
that already
wishes.
is that already moving, or is that something you're
It's already
like,
moving.
cool?
Yeah. The Cask Fest is something that I've wanted to do for the past couple years, and we had a meeting trying to plan out some stuff for this year, and we're like, this is the year we do it, which I think we also said that last year.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I would like to. I would like to do. I mean, there needs to be some sort of a Firkin Fest again, and I know there was one at Logan Square.
I don't know.
What's the arcade? The pinball-y place? Isn't there called
The Logan Arcade.
Logan Arcade, or one of those places did it. They did a Firkin Fest. But from what I heard, it was all like fucking Oreo cookie bullshit.
Yeah, sure.
None of those.
Yep.
Mine will all be
Slushy bullshit.
slushy bullshit. That's what I'm talking
I mean,
about.
you guys did hand pull those slushy beers.
Yeah,
That is lore here.
it's true. We did do that.
Yeah.
As far as anyone can tell. Can't prove that we didn't.
Why,
It was on
why
video.
would anyone try to prove it?
It's true, because we did it.
Yeah.
We were fancy.
Fancy luck.
Fancy like Applebee's.
On a date night.
On a date night. So those are mine too. Do you have any business wishes for 2026?
I mean, very simply, like, to. I mean, if we take January out of last year, we achieved this, but to be profitable, the trend is upward, but you still look
and
at
to the right.
Yeah,
Time is going on.
I don't know why it goes to the right, but it's going up. But we technically didn't make money last year, so I want to turn what is now a very expensive hobby into a business by making money on it.
Yes.
And we've put a lot of things in place that if they bear out over the course of the year and there isn't anything too crazy that happens, we should very easily do that.
Yeah.
But you never know until, I it probably always feels like this, but we started a business in one of the most tumultuous times to start a business.
Yes, you did.
Started in 2019, so it's never been the same business for even a year, but maybe that's just all businesses. But So far, so good, and we'll see how the rest of the year goes.
What are the types of things you've put in place to help make that happen?
When we had to raise prices in the tap room because we didn't.
You went from $7 to $8, right?
$7 to $8. Yeah. So that will help.
Very fair.
Yeah.
I think the market will also appreciate it too. You were definitely undercutting some of the market.
Yeah, and like I think a lot of it is like there was when I started doing the pro forma for the business, it was, by the time we actually got the loan that I was showing the bank, it was 7 years,
Yeah.
and I didn't update that number, so I'm like,
Oh, that was in it. That all beers are going to be $7.
yeah,
like
from the
line
very,
pricing.
very start, that was part of it.
Oh, interesting.
So when you actually a business plan is a joke, but the idea was that from the beginning, and then I figured out I wanted to get enough data to be like, well, what would this actually do? Would it just piss people off, or would it and no one said a word about it, and it will that alone could change that. We've been told we're getting a slot at the airport too for a beer that we make with a restaurant. That we'll see if that comes to fruition. Because that's until your chickens hatch with the McDonald's
beer.
Yeah, well, it's a Taco Bell Baja Blast style ale.
Ooh, love it. A Taco Bell Baja Blast style ale.
The TTB has very specific requirements.
Got it.
So
that's two
Baja
eyeballs that you have on that.
Baja.
Taco Bell registered trademark, Baja Blast registered trademark.
Well, Baja
style
is
ale.
a region that's protected by a DOM.
Oh,
so,
it's a DOC.
Yeah, it's a DOC. So
their ales are.
So you can't just say it is
a Baja ale. It's a Baja style ale.
For the sodas that come out of Baja,
Mexico,
specifically the Blast region of Baja, you can't just claim to come from there. So we have to say it's a style.
Oh, so the Blast isn't the style, isn't the
no,
type
it's a sub-region of Baja.
Got it.
Yeah.
So it's like champagne. It's not even. It's just strictly named for the region. Baja Blast.
Yeah. What did you think it was?
I thought.
What else would Baja Blast?
Well, I
be?
thought Baja was definitely the region, the origin. And then I thought a blast was like the type of beverage that it was.
I thought you were professional.
So you could have like a California blast,
or
like a
Florida
crush. Blast, the crush. Exactly.
Yeah, you thought it was a crush.
Yeah.
I could see how
blast.
one would make that mistake. It's a sub-region of Baja.
Okay.
Because all Baja Blast is a blast, but not all Baja is a blast.
Got it. Not all blast. All blast is Baja.
All blast is Baja.
Not all Baja is blast. Got it.
Yeah. So that
interesting.
That would if that actually happens, that would become like our second biggest selling beer, just because of the
Baja Blast
of
style ale.
Yeah, just because of the volume of an airport. And then we have another tenant that might help fill some of the space in the tanks that we will eventually grow into, but they want to use the space currently. So
that's also good.
Yeah, those three things are and that was the whole intention from the beginning, is to kind of mix the business model of instead of starting a second brand that is making the hot style, which doesn't really exist anymore. It was that we're at a place in the life cycle of breweries where we have more space than we ever really would need for what we want, how much beer we want to make, and sharing it, and us making a little bit of money and them doing better than going to some sort of co-packer makes sense for everyone that we've been talking to. So
that's cool.
Yeah. And then it's just also it's just Ari and I in the back, we love the people who work in the tap room, but it's lonely back there sometimes. So having some life, having Rob brewing some beers. And
Rob Todd?
That'd be so funny. Rob Todd, we want to expand our operation. How about your little 4,000 square foot brewery? No, Rob from Supermoon.
Ah, got it. Got it.
But yeah, he's getting
the other Rob.
Yeah, we might have another roommate. So, and then just growing the brand as organically as we can, and actually paying more attention to how we sell things and being purposeful about that, and getting out and actually talking to people instead of just being like, hey, here's an email. Do you want any of this stuff? Which is like all that I can handle with my bandwidth right now. But as soon as we're out, I think hopefully if we're out talking to people and showing buyers and introducing ourselves to buyers again from the 6 years ago or 7 years ago when I first introduced myself to all these buyers who are still lovingly buying our beer.
Yeah, probably nice to show up again,
Yeah.
show some face.
Right, which I tried to do, but then there's also like there's a lot. Like I make all the juice, I do all of the if I file all our taxes, I do the payroll. It's a lot of where I'm like, well, this Tuesday I really should go out and sell things, but the TTB is mad at me because I haven't gotten COLA approvals for anything.
Right.
6 years, so it's really easy for me. And like I'm a pretty introverted person, so doing sales is a nightmare for me.
Sure.
It's lucky that I have something I really believe in, but going out and being in a space where, and most of the time when I'm selling beer, it's a place that like has either like said they are interested in it or should be in my head. We've never really gone to places where it's like, hey, we have this thing that's pretty good, and I think you like it, and they're like, well, I don't know what the hell you are. So I'm too afraid to do that. I'm going to have to hire someone to do that.
Sure. You're not Troy McClure in that. This isn't the role you were born to play, baby.
No.
Okay.
No, I can do it because I believe in what we make, but it's not for me.
Well, I hope your 2026 business dream comes true. Or what do you say, business?
I think it was a dream, goal. Dream.
Yeah. Hope. Our hopes.
Yeah.
Hopes and dreams. Thoughts and prayers. We're going to take next week off, right?
Yep.
Going to do some regathering, figure out.
Something that we're both really good at.
Yes.
Planning.
We do have to reach out to our friend, the Dungeon Master.
Yep.
We really have to do that.
Yep.
And figure that stuff out, too.
Mm-hmm.
So put that on the notes for next week. We'll have to do that. We'll do that next week together.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone, for listening.
Mm-hmm.
We got a letter, a handwritten letter. We're going to have to do that.
Baby.
Yep, we're going to have to go through that. If you want to send us a handwritten letter, we'll read it on air. And it's you should mail it to here at the Beer Temple. That's 3173 North Elston Avenue in Chicago, 60618. Or you can send us an e-letter electronically to insiders@craftbeertemple.com. You can do that. But until a few weeks from now, I think you need to take us out because I definitely can't walk and chew this bubble gum at the same time, okay?
Yeah, until bye.
Remember, this is what we said. To never be heard, seen from again. Remember, this is what we wanted. Remember, this is what we said. To never be heard, seen from